Care coordinators are probably one of the most important features that Kendal at Home offers members. We want you to hear directly from a member of that team. Joining us now is Cheryl.
Thank you, Lindsay. We have a wonderful team of care coordinators. We work very cohesively together to make sure that all of our members' needs are met, no matter where they are. We go on a journey with our members, walking alongside them and advocating for them based on their needs, their wants, and preferences. We have a wonderful team made up of a range of specialists.
Their backgrounds include gerontology, social work, healthcare, psychology, occupational therapy, and others.
In other words, we have a great mix of disciplines, and we meet on a regular basis weekly. We talk about our members' needs, our members' issues, any upcoming surgeries, and we all get to know what our members' needs are, just in case you happen to be the care coordinator who's on call. We have a care coordinator on call 24/7, so there's somebody here anytime that you need some help. You really never even have to worry if your care coordinator is out of town or away, that the care coordinators who are on our team are going to step up to the plate. Now, I'd like to share a story about a couple I worked with. Years ago, I met with two totally independent new members of Kendal at Home as their care coordinator. I want to share some of their journey. Their names are Ray and Phyllis. We discussed many things at our first meeting together that allowed me to get to know them, what was important to them as they were living their second act, why they chose to become members of Kendal at Home. Ray and Phyllis are unique individuals. They have their own special life story that shaped who they became. Now, this can be said for every member of Kendal at Home, and this is why we find it so important to truly get to know our members. They are Chinese and were not born in the United States. They raised one daughter who does not live in the same state. She is very important to them, but they wanted to take the burden of their care off her. They wanted her to come and enjoy planned visits and not have to rush to their side if they had a medical emergency. They wanted her to be their daughter and not their caregiver. They both shared with me that they are extremely private people, and they always have been. This was greatly tied to their culture and the way they were raised. As with all members, we respect their needs and wants, and we work to customize how we engage accordingly. We scheduled monthly phone calls and frequent in-person visits to allow us to get to know each other and to build trust. Trust is paramount for members to feel comfortable enough to share health changes and discuss personal issues that may need to be shared with their care coordinator. I was able to meet their daughter in person on one of her visits with her parents and start that line of communication and build trust with her as well. Care coordinators become part of each member's team. We work to support them throughout their lives and walk alongside them and their adult children as well. A few years later, at one of my visits with Ray and Phyllis, we discussed cognitive changes Phyllis was experiencing. We were able to connect Phyllis with a specialist and advocate for her to have further testing to determine what was happening. As their care coordinator, I was able to support both her and Ray, and with their permission, keep their daughter up to date too. We were able to provide some early interventions which enabled the two of them to remain as independent as possible for quite some time. But as Phyllis's cognitive abilities deteriorated and she needed help with her daily activities, we were able to provide the additional support that both she and Ray needed. Over the years, as Phyllis's dementia unfortunately progressed and Ray started to experience health challenges of his own, we were there. We kept in continuous communication as his health declined, and when the time came, we were able to provide additional support for him in order to enable him to remain as independent as possible, which is what he always wanted.
When you look at the full continuum of services Kendal at Home offers, the care coordinator is really the foundation to that. You could say they are the foundation on which the Kendal at Home house is built. Whether it's providing a custom care plan for your long-term or short-term need, or recommending someone for home maintenance, or for educational opportunities, care coordinators are an invaluable resource for members.